Hey everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called What Goddess is With You as we start 2023. Happy 2023, everybody. I hope you all are ready to strap yourselves in and go for a ride because it's going to be an interesting year. Okay, we have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1, which is the purple tea light. We don't have 3 piles, my bad. We have 5 piles to choose from today, 5. Okay, and I'm gonna try to do some quick hitters and not take forever on each pile, okay, and give you guys more to choose from. So pile number 1 is the purple tea light. Pile number 2 is the yellow tea light. Pile number 3 is the red tea light. And pile number 4 is the blue tea light. And then we have pile number 5 with the orange tea light. And there'll be links in the description box below. So go ahead and take a deep breath. And we're gonna go ahead and get into the readings today. Okay. I thought it'd be fun to try something different, do a few more piles than I normally do, okay? And I think we're gonna use this deck for pile number 1, okay? Let's go ahead and do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the purple tea light, and today's reading is called What Goddess is With You as we start 2023. Okay, pile number 1, isn't that a satisfying sound to hear the cards shuffling? I know I always love to hear it too. It's kind of like ASMR. But anyway, pile number 1, let's go ahead for my purple tea lights. And we're gonna go ahead and see what goddess is with my pile number 1s right now. What goddess is with my pile number 1s right now and why? What goddess, okay. Almost there. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have the King of Swords reversed on the bottom of the deck. All right, so somebody could be clearly on your mind as we start this year, pile number 1, although you may not be speaking to this person at this time. Okay, and somebody's being a little more quiet than they usually are, possibly because they haven't been feeling well. Or they just haven't been feeling like they've either been overworked or they haven't felt like sharing. So pile number 1, maybe that's you. Maybe some of you have felt that way as we start the year. But I'm going to go ahead and pull your oracle cards first, and then we'll look at the tarot cards, okay? So let's reveal what goddess is with you right now. We have Bridget and Creative Spark. Okay, very interesting because the King of Swords is like, I'm all out of ideas. I don't have anything left in me. I don't have anything. I'm all out of tears and I'm all out of ideas. Okay, pile number 1. But here we have the goddess Bridget coming in this year to help reignite that creative spark within you. Okay, and we're going to read more about her towards the end of the reading. We have intuition. Okay, and for you guys, your creativity and your lust for life has to do with your intuition as well. And I feel like Bridget is going to be speaking through you guys in 2023 to help show you what really is lighting you up and to bring some hope back into your life, okay? We have friendship here. Wow, yay. So your intuition is telling you that there are some people in 2023 that you should get close to or that you should spend some time with because it may help you revive and revamp your creativity. So friendship is going to be a big thing this year for you. Ooh, we have jealousy. Okay. So, you know, hopefully we've got the right type of friends that we're attracting. And some of you guys in pile number 1 may have had friends in the past that were very jealous, or you may not have had very good friendships in the past, okay? And there may be one particular person that you're thinking about here, somebody that was a gossip or somebody that withheld information from you but told everyone else, okay? So that is interesting. Let's see what else. We have the evil eye here, which is like the protection. Okay, so protection coming through. I'm going to pull over pull over pile number 1. I'm going to pull over the rest of the cards. We have Cancer and I feel creative. I feel inspired. I feel like new energy coming into my life. I feel hopeful again. Cancer, of course, is a very intuitive sign. It's ruled by the moon. And I just feel like there is a lot of loving friendship energy around you guys in 2023. And I feel like you're like, huh, yeah, right, Natalie, because some of you, I feel like here, look at the purple around the eye here with your purple tea light. And I think some of you in 2022 became aware that not everyone around you, so to speak, was for you, okay? But I feel like this year, you don't even care, pile number 1. I feel like it doesn't even matter if a person isn't talking to you, if they're gossiping behind your back, if they don't have anything nice to say, if they're closed down, if they're shut off. I just feel like you guys are turning you're turning to another direction, okay? And we have the South Node in the past, okay? And I feel a lot of you in pile number 1 are also very intuitive, and maybe that held you back in the past, pile number 1, because you could feel people's judgments, because you could feel people's jealousy, because you could feel the people around you that were not necessarily having your best intention at heart, okay? And we have card 33 here, and then we have I feel, okay? So how you feel about the past and how the story that you tell yourself about the past and how you feel about it is definitely up for grabs this year. We have emptiness, okay? So in the past, feeling extremely empty because of the way that people have treated you, pile number 1, okay? And maybe you I feel like you guys are saying, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it anymore, okay? I don't want to think about the past anymore. I don't want to sit in this feeling of emptiness anymore. I would like to turn my eye to like the productive things that I can do in my life and focus on, which is my creative projects, which is the things that light my eyes up, the things that bring me joy. And I don't really care what other people are doing, and I don't really want to think about the past anymore, okay? And I feel like Bridget is here to help steer your guys' attention away from some of these issues and back towards what is important. We have modern here. Okay, it's an interesting card. You know, in modern, I feel like it's interesting because everybody wants to be close to the flame. Like with Bridget, everyone wants to be close to the flame. Everybody wants to be around, you know, people that are very like inspired and people that are very fun and people that are extremely caring, okay? But the thing about modern day times is we spend a lot of time like by ourselves, and we spend a lot of time in today's modern world basically looking for solutions to our problems that only continue to bring us emptiness, okay? And I just feel like in 2023, you guys are looking at your life differently, okay? And you may feel like you want to be closer to the natural world in 2023, that you just think like this modern world is, yeah, it can be exciting at times, but I also feel like I can't be myself. I also feel like I'm running out of time. Some of you could be feeling that too. And there are things that I want to work on and things that I want to do. And yeah, and I don't want to feel like this emptiness anymore, okay? So the modern life sometimes is very empty, okay? And as much as we try to put a beautiful bow on it and make it feel like better than it is, or we try to dress it up, or we try to make it look good, there's really no, there's really nothing that we can do if we're truly feeling that emptiness to kind of cover that up. And I feel like there's been some friendships, pile number one, that has kind of left a hole in your life with this friendship and emptiness here. And this could have been in the past. And I feel like you guys, gave people a lot of chances in your life, and you wanted to believe the best in everyone around you. And I feel like for some of you, it could have been 3 friends, 3 family members. But I also feel like these people are falling back into the past for you, pile number one, okay? We have here influence. Wow, and look at it. It's 2 people together, and it looks like a really wonderful friendship. Not a friendship of jealousy, not a friendship of emptiness, of people who only want to get close to you for whatever reasons, okay? And I think you guys, like I said, could always feel people around you kind of acting this way. All right, but I see you guys in 2023 attracting some very some soulmates, I feel like, in 2023, pile number one. We have courtship, mutual attraction, genuine affection. Okay, so genuine, authentic affection for other people in your life, okay? And I feel some of you may be making a new friend this year, or you may be seeing a friend, or you may be just feeling that need to kind of bond and share with others. We have natural magnetism. I love that, okay? Stimulation and connecting, okay? And I think your connections this year, in the past, they might have been, and I get that you guys may not always trust your connections. I totally get that, pile number one, because of some of the issues that you felt in the past with fake friends, or like getting in too deep with people and then finding that, they don't have time for you when you need them, pile number one, okay? But I feel like this year we're turning the page, pile number one, because this year the connections feel stimulating and exciting, and it feels like a meeting of the minds, all right? And I feel a few of you, and not a few of you, but a lot of you in pile number one are going to be meeting friends or soulmates, friendship, that make you feel less alone, that make you feel like life is beautiful, that make you feel like art is beautiful, that make you feel like you have true soul companions in this world, okay? And I do think your energy is going to be very attractive this year, pile number one. And I do think and again, because your energy is going to be attractive in 2023. Why did I just think of 2021? Did I just say 2021? Anyway, instead of trying to get people who clearly don't want to communicate and clearly don't want to talk and have the wrong idea about you, instead of trying to get those people to kind of recognize you and see you for who you are, I feel like you guys are saying, no more, okay? And you're like, I'm going to connect with the people that truly lift me up this year. And I'm going to form alliances with the people that matter, okay? Not people that are just like friend collectors. Do you guys know some people out there are like friend collectors? Like they just like to show on social media that they have a lot of friends, or that they have friends in different places, or they just, but their relationships aren't genuine, or in a sense, they're very empty, okay? But I feel like this year, you guys are not having that problem, if that's something that has happened in the past. And I feel like you guys are like, well, gee, is like everybody jealous? Does everybody have a problem with me? Like, what is the deal, okay? And I feel like some of you have thought, well, I just want to go back to the way that things were in the past when like I was in school, or when it was easier to like meet a soul tribe or to meet people. And I feel like you're saying, well, if I could do that, I would make different decisions now that I know myself more. And, you know, Goddess Bridget is here to help bring that light back into your eyes, and also help what is supposed to be attracting to you this year come to fruition for you. Okay, and I feel like you guys are gonna feel your creative spark like on the rise. And if you did feel empty in the past, like no more. Okay, we have here horse and freedom. I love that. That reminds me of Sagittarius energy. Okay, and traveling, going places, doing things. And look at all these. Okay, you know when I mentioned three people that, you know, never really like had time for you, pile number one, or never really kind of ignored you, or never really, it always seemed like they were never really on your side, although you used to run with them. Some of you could have had a friendship group where you were the younger one, and they were the older ones, or that they had some type of power or authority over you, okay? And I also feel here this could be like relationships that you tried in 2022 where people didn't really pay attention. I get that pile number one, that it made you feel kind of small, okay? And that it made you feel kind of like less than, all right? But I feel like in 2023, all of this is going to come to an end, all right? And I feel like you guys are like fully maturing into your own, and we're always maturing. No matter what age we are, we're always becoming like more of who we should be. And if you felt alone or isolated, or if you felt I just see someone coming into your life who genuinely focuses on you, and genuinely is protective of you, and genuinely cares about you, and would put these other toxic people in your life to shame, okay? Because I do feel like you guys are finally getting some love and juice, you know, like that creative juice is also there for you guys this year. We have horse and freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls to you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Wow, pile number one. And I feel you may be upgrading some of your technology. You may be modernizing yourself even more, even though I feel like you guys don't really like modern life per se. You think it's full of like vapid people who are just trying to make themselves look good on social media. But I also just feel like life is kind of like inviting you to participate, pile number one. And you're like, okay, I guess if I'm gonna like put something out there, I will, fine. But Spirit just wanting to remind you here, your heart is pure and free, okay? And my dog is barking right now. I don't know if you can hear her, but I'm gonna read a little bit for Bridget, and then we're gonna look at your three cards and close your reading, okay? Okay, so my dog is growling at those fake people that were in your life. Anyway, let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, so inspiration, this is the goddess Bridget. Inspiration and imagination are yours to play with right now. You effortlessly connect to your inner creative spark and make meaningful and beautiful experiences for yourself and others. Take advantage of this fruitful time. When you are so in tune, intuition, Cancer, when you're so in tune, it's like taking a magical trip to the land of the fairies, where all that glitters really is gold, and your life seems like a grand artistic gesture. My artists, my creative people, get ready. The fiery Celtic goddess of creativity calls on you to play in the artistry of your life, work, and your loves. Bridget is whispering her sparkling, deep music to your soul. Are you listening? Sometimes you get into a creative slump, emptiness, and you feel frozen in midair, unable to move in a new direction. Perhaps you are unsure of the next step with someone new, or a project becomes a looming behemoth in your mind. If you can't think of anything to say in a social moment, Maybe you think all your best ideas are gone. Wow, I mentioned that, right? But look at the Page of Swords hiding underneath here. I just saw it, okay? You know, when you guys feel better and you're happier, I also kind of feel like things come easier. Ooh, look, there's the Lovers. We got a lot of air sign energy here in your guys' reading, Gemini in particular, and also Cancer here. Okay, maybe you think all your best ideas are gone. Bridget offers you the alignment task of moving your attention away and remembering what it was like when you were little, when you were finger painted and drew stick figures and played with your pals in the sandbox or playground, right? Modern life sucks. Like I told you, it's empty, it's boring, right? Like going back to that childlike curiosity, okay? Playful curiosity is what is called for. Do not take yourself or your current conditions too seriously. It's time to be free from the burden of expectation you've set upon yourself. Do not try so hard, okay? The triple goddess of the hearth, the forage, and inspiration brings you all her aspects together to help you sparkle in 2023. Pile number 1. Let's go ahead and take a look. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. We have the 7 of Pentacles. So already it's like you guys are trying. I feel like you guys are sick of trying to make situations with people that are impossible work, okay? And sometimes we just get and we need like that moment of, I'm just fed up, to hell with it. Like I am tired of trying to make these situations with these particular people or this particular job or this particular lover. I am sick of it and I am not going to wait forever, okay? And the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot is represented by Jupiter, okay? And so this could feel like, I feel like I've run out of juice. I feel like I ran out of energy. I feel like some of you guys in 22, you might have been asking yourself, am I doomed? Like, did I do something wrong? Why am I being like held back from something is also what I feel like you guys may have been asking yourself. But if you guys ever see those emojis where you're like, you know, where people are like, it's like the smiley face, like hitting the brick wall, right? When you're keep on hitting a brick wall, is when it's time to really look within and see what is truly available to us, okay? Because the reverse Wheel of Fortune and 7 of Pentacles can be where we are trying too hard to force something, okay? And yeah, and I feel like whatever that is, it's like, no, you're not doing it anymore, pile number 1, because it's a waste of energy and you'd rather be where it is juicy and flowy. Okay, pile number 1, we have, oh, there it is, the Queen of Pentacles. Righto, pile number 1. So talking about you guys, it says you have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. Okay, follow the winds of change. Don't resist change with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. You can accomplish your dreams. So the 7 of Pentacles making us feel like I'm so unlucky. Nothing I ever does work. Like I try to put something in motion, or I try to reach out, or I try to do something different, but everything keeps getting drug in the mud. Okay. But this is saying your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls to you. Okay. And I also feel like you guys may have been creatively bored, or you may have been stumped about your life. Like, well, fuck, I don't know at this point. Okay. And it says a greater purpose calls to you. And I feel like whatever it is, whoever it is that you were dealing with, whatever it is that you were working on, even if you would have gotten it, pile number 1, I don't think it would have been right for you in the end. And I don't think it would have brought you the happiness that you thought it was going to bring you. Okay. And I just feel like in 2023, you guys are going to be like, thank God I didn't settle. Thank God I held on to my standards, Queen of Pentacles. Thank God I didn't just, give in, okay? And thank God I held on to what really matters to me, okay? but we don't want to fight against change either. All right. So there's those things, right? And it's like, how can you hang on to the things that are meant for you versus releasing the things that are not meant for you anymore? And maybe it took you guys to understand like what's right for you. Maybe it's taking you a while to kind of understand what is truly right for you. Okay. But the freer you are and the more tapped in you are to your intuition, and the more tapped in you are to genuine stimulation, the more like fruitful connections you'll have in 2023. Pile number 1, okay? So don't go chasing ghosts, and as TLC would say, don't go chasing waterfalls, okay? When there are people that just are leaving anyway. You know what I'm saying, pile number 1? Take care, my lovelies. I hope that reading resonated for you, and I'd love to hear your comments and feedback. Let's move on to pile number 2. Okay. Let's do it. All right. Ooh, I'm feeling this deck for pile number 2. Okay. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the yellow tea light, and today's reading is called What Goddess is With You Now in 2023. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a couple cards here for you guys, for my pile number 2s who chose the cheerful yellow tea light. Okay, and we're going to look at your oracle cards, and then we'll look at the tarot cards. Spirit, can you show me what energy is this goddess? Oh, there's the Knight of Pentacles. So again, steady progress wins the race, okay? Determination matters for you this year. Self-determination, pile number 2, okay? Steady results and self-determination. I like it. Okay, let's go ahead and see. And you may have an earth sign right now that you've already been thinking about as you start the year. Some of you may also be an earth sign, all right? But let's go ahead and see. Steady, even progress towards what you want. Ooh, look at that. The Tower is on the bottom of the deck. So we're talking about a year where pile number 2 is actively rebuilding, okay? Actively rebuilding the hot mess that was 2022, okay? Or the overwhelming energy of 2022, or the feeling of being out of control, the feeling of, I just heard the feeling of being numb and out of control, pile number 2, okay? So it's like, I really feel in 2023, you guys are overcoming this, all right, pile number 2. But let's go ahead and take a look. And sometimes you can't help it, right? Sometimes life just deals you a rotten egg. But where we can help it is where we're getting really caught up in reaction, okay? We have Persephone, wow, inexperience, okay? And she looks a little bit perturbed, like, how dare you tell me that I am inexperienced? I got drugged to the underworld by Pluto, and now I'm up here. And this is like, okay, for those of you that are new to things, or those of you that have been trying to learn something new, or for those of you that are younger, and this is card 42 as well. So we, you know, anytime we can have inexperience at things, especially if we're forced to start over in life with the Tower, or we make decisions which lead us to start over. But pile number 2 in 2023, here, you know, I feel like you guys are giving a middle finger to whoever is telling you that you don't have the experience to do what needs to be done, okay? Or that you don't have the track record, or you don't have the experience, okay? And I feel like you guys are like, I'll show you, okay? Love the energy, pile number 2, okay? Determination, oh yeah, baby. In my pile number 2s, I'll show you. You think I'm too young? You don't think I can do this? You don't think I got the gumption? You don't think I got the balls to see this through? Watch me. I love it. Pile number 2. We have shift. Wow. Ooh, I love it. Times are changing, aren't they? Shifts are happening and are occurring. I like it. I love all the yellows with your yellow tea light. Very much that solar plexus energy of self-determination and being like, you know, I know what I'm doing. Like, don't insult me, okay? We have soulmate here. So you guys may be experiencing a shift in your relationships as well, okay? And, you know, when you started off, some of you might have been through a breakup last year, pile number 2 with this tower, okay? And I think you're shifting the way that you see yourself in love connections. And I feel like you guys don't want to deal with chaotic, inexperienced people anymore. And you're determined to kind of put yourself around people who know what they're doing, okay? And people who are more upbeat, people who are more energetic, but people who are not so chaotic and disturbing, all right, to you. We have here Aries, I am. Ooh, look at you guys. I got chills, pile number 2. I got chills in your reading, all right? Way to push it, pile number 2. Push it. Push it real good. Pile number 2. Anyway, I just had to tell you that. And if you guys actually have some, you know, like if you want to get in shape or you want to get, you know, you want to take up a sport that's very active and physical, or get in shape or get your butt kicked by an instructor or something like that, I feel like 2023 is the year that could happen. But no matter what happens, pile number 2, you're not backing down, okay? And even if you haven't done it before, it's like, you know what? I'll learn on the fly with Aries energy. I'll learn on the fly. It's Mars, okay? I may not know everything that there is to know, but I do know certain things, and I am determined. So good for you, pile number 2. We have Aquarius and collaborate. Okay, so determination and collaboration. I feel like you guys taking a more active goal in getting the teachers or the experience that you need with something, okay? And I feel like you're not really afraid. Maybe some of you have felt weird in groups before, or you haven't, or you always feel like you're the one with inexperience, or you always feel like you're having to prove yourself. I feel like pile number 2, this year, you're gonna feel more determined to be yourself and to be determined and to hold your head high when you're with other people, okay? And we have Aries and Aquarius here, so we may have those energies. We have forgiveness, okay? We have a shift here with forgiveness, and we have Nirvana. Wow, pile number 2. Okay, Nirvana and soulmate. Wow, reaching a very important goal when it comes to your connections that causes you to just kind of let the past go and to just say, you know what, I'm not going to waste any more time in this energy, okay? And I feel like you guys in 2023, you're going to have a big shift where you're just going to like leapfrog over a bunch of things that in the past may have kept you frozen in time for a while, okay? And you may be having some very interesting, you know, sexual connections as well. Like your love is lifting me higher type of energy where it just kind of like makes you feel alive is what I'm getting, okay? And I think the shift that you experience in 2023 actually just makes you feel more energetic. It makes you feel more empowered, and you're like, I didn't need that anyway. And maybe that's a new thing for you guys, because I do feel sometimes you guys may have some bitterness or resentment, or you may have experienced that in the past, betrayals, things where people have lied to you, wronged you, etc. But I just feel like this year you're like, I don't want to waste my time focusing on that all year. I want to get to know new people, and I want to reach new heights this year, okay? So I love that for you, pile number 2. We have retreat, a timely departure, letting go. Yeah, and forgiveness, again, this forgiveness card is really funny because it doesn't look like some solemn experience where somebody has their head bowed and just is letting everyone trample over them. Oh no, this person looks like they're like the fool times two, like leaping into the unknown and just like, I don't, you know, I'll take the lesson with me, but I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to stay in that forever. I've got other goals, okay? Which I love for you, pile number 2, okay? So you're going to be like letting go. I feel with Persephone and Aries, there may be, you may have been angry about someone from your past, or somebody who walked away from you, or somebody who withdrew, or somebody who was not reliable, or just a situation that was completely dead, okay? But I feel like this year it's like fine. Like actually you're happy that this person left your life. You're like, that's fine. I'm okay with it. Like it was time. I need to let go anyway. And I feel like it triggers a reevaluation within you guys where you're like, you know, I need to be with someone who can really fill my cup and where I'm not always having to fight to be seen or to be heard. Okay. And I feel like this just lifts a weight off your shoulders and you feel like so much freer to move forward. And instead of sticking around and trying to prove your point, I feel like, you know, the message here is a timely departure. And Persephone does that. She will leave and go into the underworld and then come back up. And she, you know, when it's winter, she's in the underworld. And when she's up, it's the springtime, you know, all these type of things. And what it says on this card is don't hesitate to walk away. Don't hesitate to walk away, okay? It'll actually be good for you in the end. It'll actually help you focus and move forward. We have dog and friend. Interesting. Okay, and we've been having, like, in pile number 1, the concept of, or the friendship came up too, but this is talking about loyalty. And I feel like some of you in pile number 2 could have been very mad in the past because you are very loyal and true blue to people and you are there for people. But I feel like you've also been with people who've been unloyal to you, or people who've been players, or people who haven't been loyal to you. Okay. And this says on here, today I will love without condition. Okay, well, I do think there is a condition, though, pile number 2, and that's that you be treated with respect. Okay, today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. Yeah, determination, shift. I am a protector and a friend. Yes, you are, pile number 2. You're true blue, you're a protector and a friend. And you're there for people, and you are very protective of others, and you don't like people hurting the people that you love, okay? But, you know, it's your turn, I feel, this year I feel like it's your turn this year, because I'm getting more of like a wolf type of a thing. And of course, we know that dogs descended from like wolves, okay? And I love dogs. I have a dog. But instead of just being like, you know, when they call people's personality like a golden retriever personality, like they'll just show up and do everything for everyone. I feel like you guys are becoming more like a wolf, which is more wise and more like thoughtful about what you put your energy into. And instead of, you know, and I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of admirers this year too. Okay. And I feel like you may be a little bit mysterious or a lot mysterious. Okay. And I feel like people are going to be wanting to be around you. But I also feel like in 2023, sometimes you guys may kind of disappear, or you may kind of go off on your own, or you may be the mysterious one this year, okay? And connecting with that like wild wisdom within, pile number 2, okay? So I love that. Let's take a look at your, actually I'm gonna read Persephone for you guys here, and then we'll look at your tarot cards, okay? So we have, I mean, you guys maybe with this Tower and Aries and Persephone, like angry, okay? The Tower is represented by Mars, angry that you were forced to let something go. But I think in 2023, you're going to be like, thank God I did. It's so much better now, okay? But let's go ahead. Sometimes it's just getting over the hump, you know? But we have here, sometimes not knowing is a great gift. Right now, the Greek goddess Persephone invites you into a state of open-hearted learning. Yeah, open-hearted learning. Discernment comes, like I said, the wolf. Discernment comes with experience. And at this moment, it's okay to admit that you don't know or fully understand what is in front of you. Be curious and be teachable. The goddess Persephone will be with you to ensure you will not fall prey to unconscious commitments and dangerous alliances, just as her own naivety caused her to strike a terrible deal with the god of the underworld, okay? Yeah. That said, every experience has value. No matter what choice you make right now, the consequences will have a lasting effect as you integrate your lessons and travel the road of destiny. The goddess Persephone was forced to pay a high price as restitution for what she thought was an innocent action. Today, she is a wiser goddess and is encouraging you to stop what you're doing and pay attention to the red flags. Don't take a bite of the forbidden fruit unless you are willing to pay the price. Yeah, right? And the alignment task offered to you by Persephone is simple. If you feel unsure in any way about what is being offered to you, step back and ask, do I have enough knowledge and strength to explore this without attachment to what lies ahead? If the answer is yes, jump in. If the answer is no, consider the wisdom of waiting. Yeah, and the Knight of Pentacles is very patient, okay? And I feel, you know, you guys are very willful, strong, and determined, okay? And there may have been times with this Aries here, with Persephone, where you guys just went for it, okay? Because I feel like you don't like being treated like you don't know what's going on, all right? But I think you're becoming more logical with this Aquarius here, okay? Or with Aquarian energy is a air sign, okay? So air signs are more logical in that way instead of just pushing forward without thinking. And I feel like, you know, you guys are being patient, right? If the answer, okay, for this or something better now manifests for you in divine timing. Don't fall for the seduction. It won't be worth the price. Don't fall for the seduction. It won't be worth the price, okay? And Nirvana is very interesting with soulmate because it can make us feel kind of like high. It can make us feel really good. It can make us feel like, wow, you know, this is amazing, right? But I feel you guys are going to be more, because you've looked at love in this way in the past, I feel you guys are going to be more wise. We have the wolf here and we have retreat, withdrawal, a timely departure. Don't hesitate to kind of move away from a situation if you need more time to think about it. Pile number 2, okay? Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself to just do, because I think we know where that leads sometimes, okay? Be patient with what you're working on, whether it's a relationship, work, etc., all right? And I'm getting a lot of love energy here too for you guys, but I feel like you guys are determined to be more practical this year about love, all right? And I don't know why I just got an Indian vibe, like Indian. Okay, so we may have some people watching from India watching this pile today. So I just wanted to acknowledge that, pile number 2, because I just felt it. All right. Strength. Wow. Okay. Ooh, I like that. And I feel like your dedication and determination is going to be rewarded by a person coming into your life who is very determined and serious to kind of determined and serious to get to know you, or to spend time with you. But I feel like if you guys were acting out last year without really thinking about the consequences, not this year. All right, you've learned a lot from your choices. We have the 5 of Pentacles, okay? And then we have the High Priestess. Talk about retreat and letting go, okay? Retirement, reevaluation, and walking away. All right. And okay, here's what I'm going to say. Pile number 2, as soon as something starts to drag on your energy and make you feel like you're not good enough, or make you feel less than, or made you feel like you're giving in to something that you don't want to do. Okay. I think those are the moments when it is truly time for you guys to withdraw. And you know what I love about the High Priestess? You see on the curtain behind her, the pomegranates, which are, of course, the fruit of Persephone, okay? And I also feel like sometimes you guys really want to appear strong and unwavering, but on the inside, at times, you may feel like you're breaking. And I feel like you're very, very sensitive, pile number 2, okay? And you don't always have to, like, you know, put on a, I feel like if it's the right person, then it will be fine to let them in to see this more like calmer, vulnerable, like more softer aspect of who you are, okay? But I feel like in the past, you guys may have just let anybody get there with you, and I feel like it drained your energy, okay? And I feel like you guys are very strong. That's the thing, pile number 2. Like, you are very strong and direct and powerful, but I also feel like people rely on you a lot because of that. And at times it really can be too much, or it really can like drain your energy, okay? So I think it, you know, as far as like if things start to feel too much or drag on you, or if somebody isn't respecting you like they should be, then I feel like it's like, boom, you're out, or you go silent, or you are not like, and I feel like you guys just intuitively know you're not going to be impressed with certain people this year. Like people that maybe in the past you would have let have too much influence over you, or people in the past that maybe caused you to go into a pattern of blame or bitterness or things like that, okay? And I also feel with this forgiveness here, like you guys are forgiving yourself for times when you didn't stand up for yourself the way that you would have wanted to, okay? And I feel like you're becoming stronger because of that. But I also feel like because you are so strong, it's like all the needy people, all the like people that wanna, it's like, you know, talk to me, pile number 2, like all the needy people. And I feel you guys have a really big heart, pile number 2. Like you really care and you do have a big heart. But I just feel like this year you're kind of embracing more of your Demeter side, you know, with this Strength card, okay? And you're embracing more. And again, we have the High Priestess and Strength, right? So there are these 2 sides to you, one that's in the underworld and one that is above ground, okay? But going back and forth all the time may be exhausting, pile number 2. So just watch your energy levels is also what I would say. You are a very loyal friend and you do care about people a lot, but just don't let it drain your energy too much, okay? So pile number 2, that is what I am getting for you. I hope those messages resonated for you, and I'd love to hear any feedback or comments that you have. Let's go ahead and move on to pile number 3. Okay. Let's do it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the red tea light, and today's reading is called What Goddess is With You in 2023. Okay, pile number 3. So we're going to go ahead and get into it for you. Oh, yes, we will. And I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards, and then we'll look at your oracle cards, okay? So what goddess is having a message for pile number 3, and what do they want pile number 3 to know? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ooh, the Page of Swords. Really talkative. Really I feel talkative, intuitive, getting your message out there, getting your thoughts. Some of you may need to get your thoughts down on paper. You may need to kind of organize yourself mentally. But I feel like you're going to have the tools this year to do that. Okay. And yeah, let's go ahead. I also feel like there may be improvements in your professionalism or your speaking abilities, pile number 3, this upcoming year. I also feel like you're getting fresh new ideas. I feel like you're learning at an accelerated pace. I feel like you're an amazing understudy or student if you're doing that, okay? But I also just feel that people really need your grounded, centered ideas as well too. And I feel like you're ahead of the pack, pile number 3, okay? Like you have foresight and you're seeing what's coming ahead in 2023. So people are really gonna want your opinion, I feel. All right, let's see what goddess is showing up. We have Ian, adaptability. Wow, okay, Ian, and we are going to read about her. I've never actually heard about her as a goddess before, but we have, I feel like you guys are very curious this year, and the Page of Swords is indeed very adaptable without losing his footing, okay, his or her footing. So this year, helping you with adaptability, okay, we have rest. Wow, okay, rest. And from 1 minute to next, you may be feeling differently. Like at 1 minute, you may be feeling like very sharp and clear, and then another minute be feeling kind of tired and cloudy in pile number 3. Okay, it's 333 in pile number 3. So I would just say, be willing to go with the changing and the rushing winds in 2023. All right, let's see what else we have here. We have growth. Wow, I love that. We have rest and growth and adaptability. We have affluence. Yay. Okay. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. And you guys may see see yourself being tested at times this coming year, pile number 3. But I feel like, and it may get kind of exhausting or mentally exhausting at times, pile number 3, but I feel like ultimately your ingenuity is going to pay off here. All right. And I feel like people are starting to see you differently in 2023. We have Mercury and mind. Wow, wow, wow. We've got mind, and Mercury, adaptable mind. Okay, and a lot of times when you have a very adaptable mind and you're thinking a lot, you do need to take some time to ground yourself, and you do need to take some time to rest, okay? And I think it is going to help, with your process of growing, okay? Your affluence is growing, your money, your influence, all right? Your standing. We have Leo and shine. Wow. So I do think there's going to be times when I mentioned you guys increasing with your speaking, with your mind, with your ideas, what you're talking about, what you're explaining. Okay, definitely going on this year. And I feel like you guys may be tightening it up and changing your approach to the way that you talk to people and to the way that you conduct yourself, especially in the workplace or especially when you're socializing with people, pile number 3, okay? And it's a year for you to shine, for your mind to shine. It's a year for you to I feel like a lot of you are rising in status, and you're kind of on stage in 2023, okay? And I feel like you guys are making your mind up and saying, no, I really do want this, okay? We may have some Leos here too as well. And of course, Leo is a fixed fire sign. And Leo doesn't really like to give up. Leo will keep going and going and going without resting, okay? Also, Leos are not known for being the most adaptable, okay? So we need to kind of, I feel like you're getting a mixture of energies this year, pile number 3, where it's like your mind is very active. You're having to be very adaptable. You're needing to speed up and slow down at various times. All right, because you are going to be increasing in stature. Now, for those of you that have some type of public job, or maybe you do public relations, or maybe your work has to do with your work being out there and getting noticed. Maybe you're an artist, maybe, you're online, maybe you're on YouTube, maybe, a lot of people are doing their own thing online. Okay, for those of you that are doing that, I feel like good for you, pile number 3. You're rising in stature is what I feel, okay? And it's your turn to shine, okay? It's your turn to shine. And not everybody will be completely comfortable with that and happy with that, pile number 3, but it's your year to shine. What can I say? When it's your turn, all right? It's your turn, girl or boy, whoever's watching this reading. We have kindness. Wow, I love that. And it's because of your way of doing things. And look at the heart there with the rose, the loving kindness, okay? And a lot of people who are very sharp and smart and have really good ideas, which I think you are, pile number 3, like that, are not very humble, and they're not very kind to other people, okay? But I feel like you guys are. You really, really are. And karmically, I feel, pile number 3, that's working out for you really nicely this year. We have Prism. You know what? I wanted to look this one up. This Prism card. Because it's all in how we see things, right? And how we see ourselves. But I just got this deck and I'm still kind of working with it, okay? It says, you are what you believe in. You become that which you believe you can become, okay? When light moves through a prism, it is refracted by the angles and shape of the object. Because the nature of its geometry and structure, it is able to take solid white light and separate it into a spectrum of differing colors. A rainbow emerges from a singularity at the speed of light only after passing through mirrored three-dimensional reality. The Prism card asks us to reflect on the metaphor, on the current shape of how you're relating to a single thought or idea. The Page of Swords, right? And have you found yourself stuck in a myopic point of view, unable to release the shackles of uncertainty, defeat, or a limiting belief? The Prism is here to remind you that whatever is feeling like a single-minded perception can be bent into boundlessness by seeing the spectrum of potential that exists with whatever timeline we choose to participate in. The various rays of reality can color our experience with new realization and ideas that radiate. Pain has the potential to be transmuted through the prism of humor if we look at the shades of adversity from a different angle. Levity is there waiting for us to discover the magic of comedy and the crazy wisdom in absurdity. I love that. That's so Page of Swords. To find, and maybe some of you really like magic or comedy, or you have always been into that. For my actors, my comedians listening to this reading, there you go. If you can find the courage in your heart, right? Kindness, Leo, if you can find the courage in your heart, okay, to fully face what you fear, perhaps you'll find beyond the apparition is merely a hungry ghost in need of love and compassion and kindness. Treat your demons to cookies and tea, and you may see that they're just angels in disguise, and a caring heart can cauterize prior wounding and projections of density. Belief has a charismatic effect on thought, and if you move through what is containing or constraining your ability to find momentum, you may find an infinite variety of possibilities within the refracted rainbow of reality. I paint my reality with a bold spectrum of colorful shades. I allow experience to be filtered through a prism, which shows me the wisdom within every color grade. I can bend light with love as a force of my will. Okay, the rainbow of life is here to show me that my life journey doesn't always need to be a battle uphill. Yeah, that's why we have rest here and kindness, like being kind to yourself as well. Okay, and you know, your mind is very active this year, and I feel like, I feel like you guys are just very clever this year too. Okay, so trust the ideas that you're getting this year. Pile number 3, you will be shining. The Wanderer, wow. Traveling, adventure. Wow, well, a lot of people need money to travel, so there's the affluence right there. Affluence there. Adventure, movement, coping with unfamiliarity, okay? And you got to be on your toes when you're, look at that. There's the Page of Wands right there. And the page, some of you guys may be having a fun, interesting collaboration with somebody. Or you may be having some very heated debate or some really interesting discussions. And I feel like it's very stimulating, pile number 3, for the mind, okay? Adventure, also the Page of Wands is very much adventure, movement, coping with unfamiliarity, a pilgrimage, broaden your horizon, okay? And we also have aloneness here too. So there may be times when you guys are just out there in the world doing your thing. But I feel like people are really admiring you, okay? I don't really feel like you're that alone in 2023, honestly, okay? We have here Black Bear and Guardian. Aw. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. Aw, I love that. That's so cute, okay? Gentle and wise protector, give me your guidance and power. Yeah, give me your confidence and power, all right? And I feel like that is what is happening. And you need confidence in the world to like wander around and travel and try new things and do new things. All right. And I love it because bears also hibernate, and we have rest here too. So rest is going to be really important to your growth this year. But I think it's going to be an exciting year, pile number 3. You're going to be very busy. Okay. Traveling, thinking things, doing things. We have 8 of Swords. Okay. 8 of Pentacles, and we have the 6 of Wands, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit about this goddess to you guys first before we talk about the tarot cards that you have here. And she is number 4 in this book. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Oh, wait, no, she's not 4. What is she? She's 1. Is she 1? Oh my gosh, you guys got the first one. When you've set intentions for how your life could be different, better, fuller, juicier, prosperous, creative, more meaningful, adaptability is the power you'll need to rely on. The old familiar you, the one who used to be in her comfort zone, is now invited to dance in uncharted territory. Wow. Okay. Uncharted territory, the Wanderer. Okay. The question to ask yourself as you step into the unknown: who do I need to become in order to experience the life I desire? What in me needs to shift so I can welcome this amazing abundance, right? Affluence. I can't say the word today. Affluence. Okay. Know you have everything you need right now. You are aligned to the Celtic shapeshifter goddess Ian, who could move effortlessly between our world and the world of the fairy. Wow. Well, that's Mercury. Mercury is the psychopomp who moves between the two worlds. So again, with this mercurial energy of being able to be effortlessly moving in between worlds, her power of adaptability is sparkling within you. Magic is afoot. Ooh, I love it. Sometimes you find yourself unable to respond to life's challenges because you are holding on too tightly to an image of how things should be. It's hard to adapt to changing circumstances when you're so connected to familiar conditions or an old identity. Or you may be too attached to the form of your desired outcome, and when things go in a different direction, you resist. Have no fear. Instead, love these challenges. Be open and curious. Call on the goddess Ayin to embody her power. Remember, she could effortlessly shift from one form to another and move between worlds without any consequences. Trust that whatever you're bumping up against will dissolve through your willingness to simply be with what is and allow the magic to reveal, okay? And I love that we ended on the Six of Wands here for you guys, because again, you guys, or those of you who are in the public eye, who and you know, maybe you weren't always sure of what you wanted to do or how you wanted to do it with this Eight of Swords. And you know, sometimes there's so many things flying at us that we're not really sure of, like what direction to point our energy in. Okay, and the Eight of Pentacles is definitely a card of organizational power. And you know, it's interesting because the Eight of Pentacles in the tarot is the Sun in Virgo. And Virgo is an earth sign, and it can be very detailed and on it. But it also, you know, Mercury is exalted in Virgo. And out of all the earth signs, it's mutable. It's the mutable earth sign. So the ground is shifting underneath your feet, and you're not always sure of what container to put your energy into or what to focus on. But I think once you guys kind of get that hammered out and get some of the details hammered out and get a process going for how you want to do something, I think it really fuels your success, okay? And I just heard single-handedly. I just heard that you single-handedly did this on your own. Pile number 3, okay? And maybe you never, with this Eight of Swords, maybe you never really believed that about yourself, or adaptability used to kind of scare you, or you used to really question yourself. Like, do I know what I'm doing? Again, I feel like you do. And I feel like whatever work you're doing, it's high quality, and it's really time to admire pile number 3, okay? For their ingenuity and for their guts to just go for it. So pile number 3, that is what I am getting for you, my darlings, in pile number 3. I hope that reading resonated for you, and I'd love to hear any comments or feedback that you have. Let's move on to pile number 4. Okay. Let's go ahead and do pile number 4. Okay. Let's do it. Pile number 4, welcome to your reading. You chose the blue tea light, and today's reading is called What Goddess Has Messages for You in 2023, and what goddess is working with you primarily in 2023, okay? So we're going to go ahead. Woo! There's the Page of Swords for those of you that are coming with me from the last reading, from pile number 3. I see some of you are still with me in pile number 4. Good for you. Let's go ahead and get into it for pile number 4. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Spirit, can you show me for pile number 4 what message the goddess has for my pile number 4s? 1, 2, 3, and we have the 9 of Wands. Hang tight, relief is coming. Pile number 4. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to look at your oracle cards first. We have Nike, ambition, the goddess Nike, Nike. And I don't think that's how you actually say her name, like the shoe, but forgive me. You have, is it Nike? I don't know. But anyway, we will find out more about her. Ambition, okay? Hang in there. It's coming. Pile number 4. We have strength. Wow. The goddesses are really showing up in this reading, talking about ambition and strength. We have healer. Oh my goodness. Pile number 4. Okay. I'm going to get the rest of the cards out. We have boundaries. Wow. Okay. So you guys, my pile number 4s, you are healers and you are very strong with what you do. But I also think with the 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, you may have a tendency to overwhelm yourself at times, or you may have a tendency to do too much. And you may at times feel kind of taken advantage of, pile number 4, okay? And I also feel like people could guilt you at times for your ambition and for the things that you want to do. And that could have been parents, friends, family, lover, etc. And I also feel like there's this thing of people don't really understand what I want to do, okay? And you guys, my healers in pile number 4, I feel like you're just a little beat up about it with the 9 of Wands here, because you're like, people don't really understand what I'm trying to do, and they don't really understand like why I'm doing it, okay? And Spirit is just saying it's very important for you guys to have strong boundaries, all right? Because you're not for everyone, and everyone isn't for you, and that's okay. Pile number 4. We have here Sagittarius, I see. Okay. I see where I've let other people's opinions of who I am and what I'm doing and how I show up in the world impact me and drag my energy down, is also what I feel. Pile number 4, okay? And with the 9 of Wands, it's like, you know, I feel like you guys have had a pattern or a habit of, not you, but the people around you have had a habit of coming against you, or wanting to fight you, or wanting to be disagreeable just for the sake of being disagreeable, or wanting to have you question yourself, okay? I feel like you guys are saying, you know, I've also been seeing where I'm holding myself back too. I see where I've been holding myself back. And maybe developing better boundaries was part of that, okay? And let's see what else. We have here Cancer and immerse, okay? So we have Sagittarius and Cancer, and the need to immerse yourself in something, okay? And you may not have the most time to do that, and people may not understand, you know, why you're doing that, or like what benefit it's going to bring you, okay? But I just feel like time is of the essence for you in 2023, pile number 4. And people may not, and not everyone in your life may exactly like the way that you're spending your time, whether whoever it is in your life, they may not like your plans or your ideas, all right? But I feel like at times you guys are focusing more on how other people around you feel rather than on about what you're doing, rather than about like what it is that you need to do, okay? And I feel like a lot of you in 2023, it's like, okay, I see what I need to do now. I see what I need to do, and I'm ready to put that effort in. And I feel like you may feel like people don't always warm up to you right away, pile number 4. Or like I said, that people want to see you fail, or that people don't appreciate either what you've been doing, pile number 4, okay? But I also feel like you guys are saying, hey, I can see where I've been holding myself back, and I've not been allowing myself enough freedom to really like take off like I want to really, I can see where I've let other people's feelings keep me from expanding in certain areas of my life, okay? And what a great realization that is, isn't it? Pile number 4. We have squaring the circle, okay? And people, again, you know, people just having some ideas about, you know, like, and squaring the circle is like your open vibes as a healer, pile number 4, and then putting some boundaries around that. Because I feel when you let people in, you like immerse them into your world, and you give them everything you have, or you really you may even put yourself in a worse position in order to help others. But I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, squaring the circle, like a protection around you and your loved ones, and a protection around what it is that you want to do, where other people's feelings aren't constantly influencing you. Putting like some structure around that. But I also feel like you guys are, I also just feel like people have tried to hem you in, pile number 4, and have tried to box you out or hem you in because they know that you can see and feel what is actually the truth in a situation. Okay, and that may be a little bit frightening or a little bit scary to some people. Okay, but I also feel like with squaring the circle, there's like certain people that you're no longer going to be doing services for. For those of you that are healers and are engaged in any of the healing arts, counseling, massage, natural paths, readers, whatever it is that you do, my healers in pile number 4, nursing, right? Anybody who works in a profession where you're actively caring and helping others, my healers out there, I feel like you're really drawing some boundaries around who has access to you. Okay, pile number 4. And I think it just helps you to see where you want to go after you do that. We have here rebirth. Ooh, I like that. I like that. And if people have been trying to hold you back from what it is that you really want, I feel like you're just taking your energy out of it and you're just pulling it away. And you're saying, good luck on trying to kind of keep me hidden or keep me boxed in or these types of things. I will always rise to the top. I will always, find my way. And it's that strength and ambition that really, and the inspiration with Sagittarius, okay? And your care and concern for others, okay? But I feel like with this boundaries and rebirth, you guys are having a rebirth around your boundaries and maybe like what clients you will see, or at work, like who you're willing to help. I just heard if people can't help themselves, I can't help them, okay? And you may be understanding that, okay? If people can't help themselves, I can't help them, okay? Interesting. Pile number 4. Interesting. We have pushing upward, okay? Ambition and strength and Sagittarius, pushing upward, gaining confidence, accepting challenges. Yeah, squaring the circle, accepting challenges, a promotion, receiving recognition. And I feel like wherever it is that you felt rejected in the past, for those of you that felt rejected just by society because of who you are or what you do, or for those of you that felt rejected from a particular job or a promotion or these types of things, it's not, you're growing now, okay? Steady progress, gaining confidence, accepting the challenges, a promotion, and receiving recognition. Woo! We have eagle and mastery. Oh yes, pile number 4. Look at you. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the wings of spirit. Your wisdom is inspiring the world. Wow, pushing upward. The eagle, mastery. I love that. Okay, you are on a spiritual journey, healer. Okay, beyond the boundaries of what you knew before. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Wow. Pile number 3 or pile number 4. Okay, good for you guys. I like to see that. Now, let's go ahead and look at Nike, this goddess here, and I'm going to read you a little bit. I feel like your intuitive promptings, your abilities, whatever you're doing as a healer is getting stronger. We have Cancer and strength here, okay? And no matter whatever challenges come up, I feel like you're going to overcome them, okay? And let's see what we have here for number 38. We have 38 with Nike. Okay. The Greek goddess Nike asks you to be present to the beauty and richness discovered in your life so far. You have come this distance, so what are your wins? Celebrating them is key right now to enable you to co-create even more. You live in a world where you may have felt that you were not allowed to celebrate your victories, lest you be cut down for being self-centered. Perhaps you were raised in a family that discouraged you from shining in a authentic way. Yeah, people, like I said, you're the circle, people trying to draw a box around you. Okay, perhaps you were raised like that. Being successful at the game of life requires you to refuse the message that you are too much or not enough. Your biggest win is to be yourself, accepting yourself exactly as you are, releasing the idea that you are flawed in any way, expressing with authenticity. Okay? If you've been struggling to move to the next level in your life, right? Ambition, strength, working hard, and putting the time and effort in, you will soon find that you're finally winning. I love it. Rebirth. Yay. Okay. And the 9 of Wands, right? If you've been struggling to move to the next level, working hard and putting in time and effort, you'll find that you're winning. Your determination and commitment to your intentions are manifesting in your life with beautiful results. Okay? You are winning. When you are winning, the world wins too. Just remember to share your bounty. And I think you will. I think you will. I think you already do. Pile number 4. But, I think, with boundaries here, also, I feel like you guys may be protecting yourself a little bit from others because of what you've experienced in the past. And I get that, but I also think your boundaries are like experiencing a rebirth as well. Okay, are you determined to win right now? Are you so determined to win right now that you're running a racehorse with blinders on her eyes? Beware, the 9 of Wands. Beware of unbridled ambition. Okay. And the strident need to win. You may have become influenced only by your wants and forget to ask yourself if what you want is for the highest good. Perhaps the job you want so badly won't be good for you, or that unavailable partner you're so determined to be with will never love you back. Nike gives you the realignment task now of getting real with yourself. Comparing yourself with others may have triggered jealousy and envy. It is time to step out of the race and recognize that you are where you need to be. Your life is a marathon, not a sprint to your next goal. Your only competition is with yourself. So choose how you want to feel about your life and who you want to become. Then take baby steps towards your highest intentions. Cheer on others who are successful. Learn from them and help those who are struggling. You can learn from them too. Your place in the world is assured. So remember that however long it takes you to live your life to its fullest is perfect. Okay, pile number 4, talking about that unbridled ambition and pushing upward and the sense that people are squaring off against you. Now, with the eagle and mastery, you guys are, you're soaring above anybody else who you're not in at this point. You're not in competition with whoever. Now, I know that competition can be very fueling, okay? And I know because I've studied, for me as an astrologer, I've studied with some very amazing astrologers. And at times I've thought, wow, that person is better than me. I'm just giving you guys an example. Or I've thought, today, this person is better than me. They may not be tomorrow, but for whatever reason, today they're better than me, okay? Or in training situations or work situations, we can start to feel really beat up because we're spending a lot of energy thinking about, today, how am I being viewed, right? And I think, that can leave a bit of a salty taste in our mouths, okay? And there may need to be a release of that out of your life right now, pile number 4, where you are just focused on your own thing, okay? I mean, the eagle isn't really concerned with whatever the other eagles are doing. Sure, they're doing a great job being eagles as well, but your number 1 priority is to be the best eagle that you can be and to be sharp and to, be strong, and to, to guide your own journey to where it needs to go without constantly measuring yourself against other people. Okay. And I also think at times, you guys maybe haven't wanted people to kind of like see your ambition or see like your goals and what you want to do. Okay. Because maybe people have been jealous or squared off against you in the past, or haven't wanted, haven't really wanted you to succeed, or you felt that way. Okay. But I feel like the eagle doesn't really care. Okay. The eagle is just wrapped up in whatever that eagle is doing at the moment. Okay. Pile number 4, getting to be the best that you can be without, everybody else kind of influencing that. Okay. I really like that for you. And some of my people in pile number 4, you may, when I see the eagle, I think of scorpionic energy, because it's one of the 3 expressions of Scorpio. Okay. We also have Sagittarius and Cancer here. Like, your guys' need to immerse yourself in whatever it is that you're learning and really take something on. Okay, to bring it to the next level, to push upward. Okay, but only for you, not for other people at this point. I mean, for the people you're helping, but not to be in all this competition. King of Pentacles, mastery. You got it, babe. Okay, you got it. You're good. You don't have anything to prove. You've arrived. Okay, you be confident, be sure of yourself. I also feel like there is somebody who could help you at this moment. Okay. And there is somebody who I feel like who has their eye on you, that may be able to be a positive influence on your journey. We have the 4 of Cups, but you don't really want, I feel like you guys have a lot of pride. You don't really want to sometimes I feel like you guys may not want to take the help that is there for you. Okay. And I get it. I don't really like to be indebted to people either. I hate debt in general. Pile number 4, just even monetary debt. Okay. And I feel like there is somebody who could invest in what you're doing or could help you out with something, but I also just feel like you don't really want to take it. And for some of you here, this may be a parent or a partner, and they've offered to help, but you're just like, I don't really want your help, or I don't really want to, I want to stand on my own 2 feet, and I don't really want all your help. Okay, I've got it. So I feel like there is this type of thing going on, and there may be a little bit of pushback on that. But I feel like, I feel like if there is somebody who wants to help you, and you trust them, and you feel like they can truly help you grow, and there's not going to be a bunch of conditions tied to it, and they're genuinely doing it from a place of wanting to help and love, then great, then take it, right? But if it's going to be all these conditions and all these things attached to it, then no. Okay. And I feel like some of you as children, like your parent may have made you feel very inept. One of your parents may have made you feel like you weren't good at something, or you weren't very inept, or put a lot of pressure for you to be a certain way or to become a certain type of person. Okay. And I feel like you guys are just starting to see how those weren't really your goals in the first place. They were somebody else's goals that they kind of like, painted on you. Okay. And I feel like you're just not, you're not wanting to have those type of conditions anymore. Pile number 4. We have the Queen of Cups. Wow. Pile number 4. Okay. To me, this is about 2 people in your life. And here's you right in the middle. And here's 2 people who are trying to, and it could be your parents. Okay. I know not everyone here is young or has their parents wanting to help them. But I mean, I feel like there could be 2 friends, but there are 2 people in your life. For some of you, this is really about your parental figures, even if you're older. Okay. And I feel like you've been doing a lot to show, like, I think for a lot of you, these people may mean well. Okay. They mean, except for the King of Pentacles, maybe like, I'm trying to teach you some responsibility or whatever. I mean, and the Queen of Cups may be babying you a little bit, or, just trying to trying to overindulge in flattery that doesn't really feel sincere, okay? Some of you may have a friend that's doing that, or somebody around you that, but I feel like they honestly feel like you're a great person and that you deserve compliments and attention and affection and all of this too. But I also just feel like you guys are kind of like shut down to it a little bit. You're like, I'll do it myself, okay? And like I said, that may be because of the position that you grew up in or the culture that you grew up in. But I feel like there really is this thing of, I want to do it myself. And I also feel like for those of you that are healers, there's this side of you that's very intuitive, okay? The healer, the Queen of Cups, like very feeling, very emotional, very intuitive. And then there's the side of you that is business oriented, okay? That is looking at the bottom line, that's looking at the financial progress, that's looking at the practical realities of what you're doing, okay? And I feel like you're becoming aware of both of these energies and how like your ambition, I mean, greed isn't good. It's not the 80s. Like we're not trying to say, I mean, we want to be protective of the things that we've earned and worked for, but at the same time, we don't want to be greedy, right? And I don't feel like you guys are greedy. I really don't. I think you're prepared to work hard, 9 of Wands, for what you want, okay? But I think there's these two sides of you that definitely need to be reconciled, okay? The side of you that's like very open and caring and nurturing versus the side of you that needs to see real tangible results, okay? And I feel like with this Eagle and Mastery, you guys are bringing these two energies together to really, and don't, I would say don't resist it, okay? Don't resist it. And if there are people that are willing to help you and be there for you, as long as they're not going, if they're doing it genuinely and affectionately and sincerely, then, you know, try not to look a gift horse in the mouth, okay? Pile number 4. I mean, there's also you being compensated for what you're doing, and then there's also the part of you that really cares. So I get it, pile number 4. I've been there myself. I feel you, my loves, and I'd love to hear any comments or feedbacks that you have. Thank you so much, and take care. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay, let's go for pile number 3. Okay. I lost my bell there for a second. I keep saying pile number 3. It's pile number 5. Pile number 5, welcome to your reading. You chose the orange tea light. And apologies if I call you pile number 3, because usually I just do 3 piles. But pile number 5, welcome to your reading. Thank you for being here today. And we're looking at what goddess is with you this year in 2023. Okay, I'm going to draw, okay. Well, we have the 8 of Cups, the Lovers, and the Ace of Wands. You guys saying goodbye to something, finally making up your mind, and wanting a new beginning. Pile number 5. All right. Let's go ahead and... I just heard you guys say, like, they aren't who I thought they were, or a situation isn't what I thought it was. And then I became aware of it. And instead of trying to... like rekindle it, I just decided, nah, I don't want to go there. Okay, so pile number 5, interesting. We haven't even started your reading yet. What goddess is wanting to come through for pile number, okay, that's not yet. What goddess is wanting to come through? What goddess is picky energy for sure. That's good. You guys are probably being picky too. 7 of Pentacles, but you may be asking yourself, am I being too picky? Am I being too much, or am I being too picky? Okay, is that why things are moving so slowly for me right now? Is that why, you know, I feel like there's maybe a little bit of wondering if these efforts are worth it or not. Okay, and so we're going to go ahead and look at your oracle cards first, pile number 3 or 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, and then we will get into your tarot cards. Oh, we have Yoki, Anna, stillness. Wow. Stillness is the move. Pile number 5. Okay. And sometimes like stillness is the last thing that we want to be when we're really tired of a situation. So I get it. Pile number 4, 5, 6. Pile number 5. We have growth. Okay. Even though you may feel like you're not growing or you're not doing anything or things are not really amounting to anything, we see here that there is a lot of growth happening. We have transmute in the snake. Okay. So even at times in our lives when we feel like nothing is happening, there are things happening alchemically or alchemy-wise underneath the surface, okay? We have divine masculine. Okay, now I was already talking about a relationship and, you know, you walking away, you're trying to decide, should I walk away? Should I start it up again? Should I see if something is there? Okay, but I also just feel like you guys have been waiting for something to come through, okay? And I just heard it's okay if I wait. I'm not making any mistakes. Interesting. Pile number 5. Okay. Transmutation in the divine masculine. I feel like what you're interested in or the type of people that you're interested in is changing. And it's because of your personal growth and your willingness to kind of stay in an uncomfortable position and stay centered and still and think about what it is that you're really after, what it is that you're really looking for. We have here Aquarius and I know. Okay, I feel like you guys have really been getting to know yourselves even better. As Socrates would say, the old axiom of know thyself, right? And I feel like that is what is currently happening. And when we're getting to know ourselves on a deeper level, it may feel like time is standing still. It may feel like nothing is really happening, at least on the outside, okay? And I feel like maybe some of you have been complaining. Maybe you've been complaining to friends, or you've just been rather complainy this year or last year. You've just been rather complainy because I feel like you're not really people who like to rest on your laurels too much, okay? But I feel like you guys are like, I know, Natalie, right? But I also feel like once you, it's a weird thing with you guys, pile number 5, because I feel like once you set your sight on something, you maybe don't want to give it up for anything else. And you are like, hey, I'll patiently wait. But it's like, what do I do with myself while I'm doing that? And you may have decided to work on your own growth, okay? Working on your meditation for those of you that are into like Buddhism, or you're into meditation, or you're into spirituality, or you're into certain like spiritual movements. I feel like, you know, on the outside, it may not look like there's a whole lot happening, but on the inside, I feel like you guys are working deeply to understand the cycles in your life. Actually, pile number 5, it's very deep. We have Scorpio and investigate for sure. And all of this deep thinking, I feel like you guys are going, well, I don't know, 7 of Pentacles. I don't know. Has this deep thinking really got me anywhere? Has it really changed anything? Has it really done anything? And it's interesting because we have Scorpio and Aquarius here, and they form a natural square to each other. So, you know, one sign is very passionate and deep and driven by controlling, possessing, avoiding, or changing, okay? Like wanting to avoid certain outcomes and wanting to press their will on a situation versus wanting to withdraw and gain some mental, what would I say? Mental, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Why can't I think? It's like a mental distraction. Why can't I think of the word right now? Detachment, okay? To gain a sense of detachment and kind of maturity about what's happening. And I feel like you guys have been like, what in the actual fuck? Okay, like, is this person gonna do anything? I thought Scorpios were supposed to be passionate. Maybe some of you are dealing with people that are Scorpios, or maybe you thought to yourself, hey, I'm normally very passionate and really like, you know, pushing for things, but lately I haven't really. And maybe you picked men like that with the divine masculine here, but it's like, I just think you guys are seeing things in a different way, and your type may be changing. The type of person that you want to be with may be changing. We have weightlessness. Wow. Okay. Weightlessness and strength. Okay, so I feel like this is describing the type of person that you want to be with, or the type of people that you want in your life. People that have a lot of integrity, people that have a lot of, you know, inner strength and power, people that are very determined, people that mean what they say and say what they mean, but also people who don't take themselves so seriously that they can't like enjoy life and have fun. There has to be a good balance between that, okay? And strength and weightlessness, right? Which, you know, strength and divine masculine, right? Like, I feel like you guys were like, I was tricked. I thought this person was for me, or I thought that they were very strong, but it turns out that they were unwilling to change, or they were unwilling to kind of do the work, okay? And I feel like it's been a very like curious thing to kind of see all of this play out, pile number 5. All right. But at the same time, you're learning about a lot about yourself, and you are growing. Okay. And I think it's like, you know, I want somebody that has integrity. I want somebody that doesn't like back down at the first sight of a problem. I want somebody who's willing to do their own inner work. Okay. But I also want to be with somebody who allows me to be me and allows me to be free. And you may have a lot of Aquarius in your chart, okay? But somebody who allows me to be me and allows me to be free and allows me to live my life without like hampering me, okay? So this is a very interesting thing, pile number 5. I feel like some of you could have wanted someone, but you also realized that they would have made... Like, you wanted to be with someone, but you also realized that the situation with this person was just going to kind of lead to more heaviness. And I don't really think I feel like I'm using my hands a lot in your reading. I feel like maybe you guys are trying to kind of explain the situation to yourself, and you're like, I know, blah, blah, blah. But it's working. I just want you to know, whatever it is that you've been doing, pile number 5 is working. We have the arousing. Wow, the arousing energy. Shock, a crisis, upheaval, awe-inspiring, dramatic power shifts. Wow, okay. Yeah, I feel like you guys, it's like the dramatic power shift is, the ball is back in your court, pile number 5, okay? Unpredictability, a shakeup, that's a wake up, okay? And this kind of reminds me of of the tower, okay? And instead of just trying to endorse things when they weigh heavy on your mind and on your heart, I feel like you're letting go, and it's a different way of being, okay? And your dramatic power shift that you've been having has been very unpredictable, I feel, to maybe a certain person around you who is expecting you to always stay in the position that you were in, okay? Or to be the way, I don't know, I just feel you're changing, pile number 5. Like some situation with you may feel like it's a karmic connection. I don't normally use all those words, but you may feel like, I mean, I know what karma is, I get it, but I don't like to label it because it gets really weird for people. But anyway, you guys may have been struggling through what looked or felt like a very tough karmic connection, but I feel like there was something that happened that shaked things up very much. And I think it was amazing to see. And I feel like you didn't even really need to do anything, pile number 5. You just needed to kind of sit back and let things happen. And boy, did they ever. Okay. I also feel like you guys are very, your sexual power, magnetism, everything is also very arousing to other people. And it may attract energy vampires, pile number 5, in the past. Okay. But I feel like, you wouldn't even know what to do with an energy vampire now because you don't care about these energy vampires, meaning that it doesn't have any effect on you anymore. Weightlessness, okay? Interesting. We have pronghorn and action. Okay, with the 7 of Pentacles, oh yeah, we have the 7 of Pentacles with the 3 of Swords. I don't feel like moving from this position. My heart is broken, okay? But the card you're getting is arousing action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit, and yeah, you guys have a very quick wit, and you may say things to people that are very arousing in the sense that it, is very unpredictable, or like some of your observations, pile number 5, may be a little off-putting to people. Like they're like, huh? But I also just feel like you don't miss a whole lot, pile number 5. And that may be part of the problem. But anyway, your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. Okay, and it'll probably also arouse a lot of people in the process as well. Okay, and I feel like you guys just have this look on your face like, I don't know what this person is saying to me, but you do you, boo, or something like that. Okay. And I like the attitude, and I feel like you guys are like, I'm not taking certain situations so seriously anymore, and instead I'm putting that work into action. Okay, I'm gonna read Yuki Onna. I love her expression on this card 52. Let me read a little bit of it. The Japanese goddess of winter, Yuki Onna, calls you to practice of daily meditation and stillness to prepare you for greater productivity and results. Yeah, to prepare you for action. Being open and receptive, slowing down, and allowing time to dream activates your partnership with the universe, so you can truly set your intentions in motion. Then, almost without effort, you discover their vibrational match in the world of form. Just as the life force quietly builds within a seed buried in the snow, so too will the energy build in the seed of your desires before manifesting, with no effort on your part. Ooh, no effort. I don't know. I mean, I think you guys do put effort with this strength, okay? But it's not something that you wear really intensely, okay? And if you did in the past, I feel like you're looking for this energy of weightlessness, okay? Let others make the first move at this time, okay? Yeah, and I think you guys have been waiting for another person to make the first move. Interesting. Let others make the first move at this time as you obsess. Oh my God, I hope you're not obsessing, pile number 5. As you assess and observe the world around you from the profound position of stillness and neutrality. In this way, the world becomes more intimate, yet you know to take nothing personally. Aquarius, yeah, you know not to take it personally, okay? When the goddess Yuki Onna comes to support you, be still. This calls in the miracles. The action now is non-action. The action now is non-action. That's funny. I feel like you guys are arousing someone else's action, okay? Because it seems like you're changing and you're weightless and you're doing your thing, okay? You guys may actually be arousing action in another person. Some days you wake up frozen, stuck, yeah, 7 of Pentacles, and unable to move due to the effects of emotional denial, yeah, and resistance, yeah, Scorpio and Aquarius, emotional denial and resistance to what is in front of you. Or you may be exhausted, spent from the emotional burden of your current situation. The winter goddess Yuki Onna has come to help you move out of this and into a healthier state of stillness, because there's stillness where we're just like waiting and looking and obsessing and watching and getting really bummed out of it. out of getting really bummed out by things. Then there's also the stillness where we become peaceful within, and we connect to, our higher spiritual beliefs, or we come into the energy of acceptance, okay? When you are frozen, it's the ego that is refusing to accept life on life's term, potentially causing you fear and depression. Oh, I'm sorry, pile number 5. A particular situation or person may be causing you to see yourself as a victim. The goddess Yuki Ono reminds you that this is but a temporary moment in the millions of moments in your life. The task she has shown for you is to answer one question. Will you trust the great goddess in the universe to be your active partner, action, and co-creating? Okay, if so, slow down and let all your troubles go, and you will see the miracles life is offering you. Okay, and I feel like this goddess is funny because she's very fierce, and she's like, if you don't slow down, I'll make you slow down. All right, action and arousing. Okay, but it's okay. You're still growing. Pile number 5. And I feel like you're not as obsessive as you used to be. You're shedding that old skin. You're letting it go. You're connecting with your own, because everybody has divine masculine and feminine within. I feel like you're really connecting to the more like concrete strength part of that. Okay, let's see what else we have the King of Swords. So there already is a person that you've been waiting on. Could be an air sign. We've got Aquarius here, but yeah. There's the 8 of Cups, which I saw when I was originally shuffling your cards for this reading. But I also feel like the King of Swords is kind of like you guys in this reading, pile number 5, because it's like, I need to make a higher decision with my own self-interest in mind. And I do want to let something go. And I am willing to think about it in a more like concrete way is what I'm getting here. I also feel like there's somebody that you were waiting for that you just got sick of and decided to move on from. And I think it's a smart decision, okay? We have the 7 of Wands here, and I feel like sometimes you guys got torn between, action with this arousing action, unpredictability, dramatic power shifts. That could definitely be the 7 of Wands. Like sometimes you're trying to make your mind up between, should I just let it go or should I keep fighting, okay? And it says move forward with confidence, okay, on this card. Move forward with confidence. A shakeup is a wake-up call, okay? And it's like trying to decide, okay, about this person, and you kind of like getting caught between waiting for an answer, but also trying to decide. And I feel like all that does sometimes is put pressure on our own self. And like I read in your guys' reading, like can sometimes lead to anxiety or depression or things like that. And hey, I've been there myself. Pile number 5, okay? I get it. But I also just feel like you've gotten to the point now where you're willing to, you just don't want to have to think about this hard anymore. I mean, who wants to write a dissertation paper on their entire relationship for like hundreds of years? Like who really wants to do that? It just sounds like an awful lot of work. And I feel like sometimes you're just like, yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. And then other times you're like, well, I guess I should keep fighting for it because I don't like to give up and there could be something here. Okay. But I also feel like what this person says has a big effect on whether you want to stay or go. But I feel like it's kind of like, the goddess is saying, why don't you get still and think about what it is that you really want? Because this person, their energy isn't really in this reading. I feel pile number 5. I have to be honest. I feel like, this is more about your life and what's going on with you. Okay. And I actually, you might not like hearing that, but I actually like telling you that because it's like, it is, it is truly up to you. But if you're waiting to hear an answer, because the King of Swords doesn't really wait for an answer on anything. It's like, I've thought this through and I know the best choice and the best way for me. And I'm not going to continue to be jostled about between staying or going. And all it's doing is like, you know, weighing me down. Okay. So I feel like the answer is we're getting still within. And if it actually makes you feel like you're transmuting energy and becoming more weightless and becoming more free, then pile number 5, go for it. You know, let go, do something unpredictable, do something awe-inspiring. And it says your quick wit and keen senses will always lead you down the right path. Okay, pile number 5. So trust in yourself, my darlings. Thank you so much for those of you that came to your reading today. I appreciate you all very much. Happy New Year to everybody and take care.